welcome back to the third and I think final episode here in our Can We Save the 2025 Baltimore Orioles sim. Left you off in September after we'd sold off at the trade deadline, was not looking like we were going to make the postseason, and we didn't. In 2025, we went 79 and 83. So honestly, like, not a terrible season given how we started. We ended up finishing only 4 games out of the wild card. So, run differential ended up at -2. So we are an 81 and 81 team according to run differential. We went, let's see what our record was. We went 17 and 11 in August. Pretty good August, but then September fell to 13 and 12. If we had another 17 and 11 season, would it maybe been worth something here? But anyways, so we didn't do the thing. The Seattle Mariners did win, so congrats to them on their first World Series championship. So now we get into fixing this team for next season. You can see here the main problem is pitching and defense. Offense seems pretty good. And we have some, a bunch of pieces that we brought in that can now be part of possibly our 2026 team. Sorry, I was outside a little bit ago, and all of a sudden my allergies exploded. So I'll try not to sniff too much for this video, but if I do, I don't know, guys. Just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. So I'll talk a little bit as I go through this about how I see this team shaping up versus the O's. All right, so in this, I think I'd like to bring in a 3, right? Bradish, Rodriguez up at the top. Williams is a 4 who you hope takes a step forward. He's a 26-year-old former first-round pick who hasn't quite taken that step forward. But man, I mean, if he stays as a 4, that's fine. And then Rogers had a really solid season as a 5. Now, in real life, what do I think the O's need to do? If you look at the rotation now, they'll be getting Grayson and Bradish back later this year, which will be huge. But I think the real-life O's are going to have to base some of their 2025 offseason plans, the offseason we're in here, kind of base it off of how Kyle and Grayson look. I think if they both look okay and these guys are healthy, they're back, I think you go into the offseason maybe honestly, I think counting them as your combined number 2 starters. Grayson's had a lot of health issues. I don't think you should be this is our 2 and our 3. I think they need to go into the offseason kind of counting Bradish and Rodriguez as one starter towards the top. And if both of them end up healthy, great, cool. You have too many starters for a month until somebody gets hurt. I think the real O's should sign a 1, count on Kyle and Grayson. Here's those 2. I would be thrilled if the O's re-signed Zach Eflin as their 3 in real life, just a 3-year extension. I don't know, $20-25 million per year. I think, I think I said this in the first video, some of these guys that are free agents, they need to re-sign and not sell off, or else they're going to have too many guys to go get in the offseason. Real life O's, I don't know that Sagano will be back. I think it'll depend on what kind of money he has, but if he wants. But if he comes in as your 4, I think that's fine. But if not, they've got Dean Kramer, they've got Cade Povich, they've got other guys coming up like Chase McDermott. Trevor Rogers is a good in the 1 start he had this year. Brennan Young is another guy who's coming up, and I think they will make some moves around the deadline to bring in other arms to compete. I think they need to bring in some not top 100 prospects, but some decent upper minor arms to compete for the rotation. So if you go in with Framber Valdez and then Bradish Rodriguez, Eflin, and then Kramer, that's your 5, and then Povich and some other guys as your 6, 7, 8. I think that could be solid. But that's the real O's. Here we're talking about these O's. We're going to go out and sign, I don't know, somebody who slots into the top 3. We have the money to make a big splash. We'll see if we do it. Here in the bullpen, I think Felix, we'll do a do-over here. We'll put him back in the closer role. And actually, let's do something. Let's call up everybody who's on our 40-man here, just so we have a good picture. Yeah, Cody Poteet, Dean Kramer, Cade Povich. How did he do down in the minors? Not very well. Sorry, I'm trying to sniff quietly, but also not have snot running down my face. TMI. I think that, Brennan Little had a really good year. I'm trying to think of who. So my left-handed setup, man, I don't know if he's on this team. to be honest. Who else is a free agent here? Is anybody else? We have an option here on Kittredge. I don't think he pitched well enough to justify a $9 million option year. I think we do need to spend that money in the bullpen, but I think we can spend it better than what Kittredge gave us this year. Oh, who retired? Oh, Morton. Okay, yeah, got it. That makes sense. All right. So, yeah, let's decline the option on Kittredge. We're going to have a lot of money, I think. Yeah, like over $100 million. God, sorry for the sniffles. So I think like Klein, Little. So let's go. Here's what I'm going to do. If you're on the team but you don't have a spot, I'm putting you as a long relief guy. If you're a free agent or not going to be on the team, I'm putting you as non-specified. Clevenger pitched okay. I think we could still bring in a better lefty. Nunez, I think he's like... I forget, what was the trade that we got him? I don't think we give up much to get him. Yeah, Ramon Laureano. And I think, is Nunez a possible starter? He's a bullpen piece. And he's got option years left. So I think he's like down in this cluster of guys who will battle for a roster spot. Chase McDermott, I think, is another guy that'll battle us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we go out and we sign a lefty setup guy, and then we let these 4 guys maybe battle it out for the last role in the bullpen. I think that's a pretty deep bullpen. And assuming you're going to get a couple injuries, right, like Povich, Kramer, McDermott can all go in the rotation. They can all go up and pitch in the bullpen. I think this is a decently deep staff, especially once we add another starter and a lefty reliever. Now, what are we going to do? Oh, did I forget to... Yeah, so Tyler O'Neill's opt-out in real life is actually after 2025 season. And another sim I did, I changed it. I don't think he opts out. Like, what did he do this year? Yeah, he wouldn't have opted out. 101 games, .8 WAR, so he'll be back for sure. Now, O'Hearn, you know, we're not giving him that money. I'll qualify offer him, though, if he's expecting to get that amount of money. I think he'll decline the qualifying offer. I mean, so Jackson will be back next year, which is a good thing. Having Jackson Holliday back allows us to move Westberg to third base. I just kind of want to like sketch out what this offense will look like next year. Where'd Jackson go? Jackson, where are you? Why can't I see you? Oh, you're right there in bright red. What kind of year? Kerstad? Just not good enough, man. Not good enough. I don't know. How did Kowser do in center field defense? Center field, Baltimore. Not really good enough. So, you know, Enrique Bradfield, I think honestly, like, I'm okay giving him a run in center. But I think we might have, like, a whole lot of lefties. Are we okay here with lefty-righty? We're on versus right-handed pitcher lineup. So I think what I'll do is I'll put Jackson, Gunnar. I mean, Ramon Urias had a really nice season. I don't think he's going to top that, but I'm fine bringing him back as my utility guy. So we go Jackson, Gunnar. Let's go Westberg. Mayo did not have a good year, right? But I think we still give him, like, more run. I know that's bad, but, like I know he had a bad season, but... Oh, wait. O'Hearn is out of here. So, like, I don't know. I think put Mayo at first base, and we might need to sign a bat, a first base or DH bat. Maybe. We'll figure this out. Jackson, Gunnar, Westberg. Yeah, I think we need a middle-of-the-order bat here. Yep. That's what we need to do. We need a middle-of-the-order right-handed hitting bat, I think. Because we've got Jackson, Gunnar, Colton, and Bradfield. 4. I don't really want to add a 5th lefty to the lineup. And then we do have, like, Carlson, I don't know that we need to bring back. Because we've got guys who can come up and compete for, like, 4th or 5th outfield spot. I think that oh, wait, we have Basayo, too. I forgot about Samuel Basayo. So he's obviously going to be up and playing a lot. So maybe we don't need to. I mean, maybe. Oh man. Yeah. Let's just like call it. Let's just put him up here just to. Where's What did I do with Beavers again in this sim? Oh, he's up already. What did he do? Oh, Beavers was really good. He only played 11 seasons. Wait, what? Where is he right now? What is this team? Is he on loan? Peoria? Is that like a draft? I have no idea what that is. You guys can tell me. Is that like a draft league team? Where the hell was Dylan Beavers there? Yeah, bring him back. We just have so many lefty bats. So let's just take Mayo out of the equation for the time being. Because like he didn't really earn. Yeah, I mean we need a righty first base or DH bat still. And then I think your bench bats can be like, I think Urias, Mayo can play like first, third DH and play a bunch, especially as a righty bat that has some value. Urias will play. We don't really have a backup shortstop. I guess that's like Holiday. And then I think that Dylan Beavers, I mean, we can have one lefty outfield, I guess, even though 2 of our 3 outfielders are lefty. Yeah. Can Urias learn any outfield at all? Oh, he could. Okay, so Urias could play some outfield. I doubt Mayo can. No, I mean, he could fake it for you, but I don't really need him out there doing that. So here's what I think we'd do. We'd have, this would be kind of like our lineup, and then we'd sign a guy who could either DH or play first base who's left-handed, and then Urias, Mayo, Urias and Mayo are on the bench as ready bats because we need more ready bats, and then you let Kjerstad and Beavers battle it out for that last spot. Could also trade Kjerstad. Like, we could trade for a pitcher. I think that's possible depending on what the free agent class looks like. But we have a bunch of money we can spend. Don't necessarily need to blow it all right now because our payroll is going to be going way up. Well, that's actually not even like way up. We have so few long-term commitments. But like Mountcastle, I don't think we're going to tender a contract to. He was out like the whole year, I think, right? Like he tore an abdominal muscle like on a rehab assignment. He got hurt in the first video, I think, and he was on rehab, and then he tore his abdominal muscle on rehab. So that's a bummer. But like Gunner's going into arbitration, Jackson eventually, but I don't know. Like it's not like a crazy looking payroll right now. I'll take care of all these. We are going to qualifying offer O'Hearn. Of course, if he comes back, that really complicates things. I'm not worried about the minor league free agents just for our purposes here. But so I think what I'll do is I'll go through, I'll do this arbitration, then like come back and we'll do some free agency and try to finish off the roster. But that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Let's get a mid-rotation starter, a lefty setup guy. I'm just writing this down so I don't forget it. A lefty setup guy, and then a righty first base DH guy who could play a lot for us, hopefully. Okay, cool. I'll cut it here, and it'll jump ahead for you guys here in a second in the future. Okay, free agents have filed. Is Beavers in the Arizona Fall League, by the way? Is that a thing? Maybe that's where he was. I was thinking about adjusting his budgets to more like what I would run if I was doing a long-term sim. So let me do that because we just have an obscene amount of money here. O'Hearn did decline the qualifying offer. He's a free agent. I doubt that our recommended draft. Oh, I guess we're going to pick kind of high. Okay, so how much money do we have now? $129 million. Let's get after it. Oh, Vlad didn't resign in this. I guess they didn't have the extension in. It's cool that the upper, I feel like this is an adjustment. The upper level guys are getting the right amount of money here. Bregman. So Dylan Cease is out there. 7 years, $36 million. What kind of year is he coming off? Oh, he had an awesome year. So he's 29. Yeah, I mean, I don't love giving a 29-year-old entering his age 30 season is about to be 30 a 7-year deal, but we'll gnaw on that. I believe that Fromber signed an extension in this one. Pretty sure. There's O'Hearn, 7 years, $35 million. Get after it, man. Nick Martinez, not interested in an incredible season. Great season. But I'm not interested in a low stuff, extreme fly ball guy who's 35. That's just not something I'm going to chase after. Nestor Cortez, I'm not sure really does much for me. Jack Flaherty, 8 years. Another extreme fly ball guy. Pitching. I don't have all my filters here. Let's go with pitching ratings. Oh, and I do have the demand here. Okay, cool. I mean, Zach Gallen, like, what did he do? I mean, he had a really good year. Like, he didn't fall off in this like he has so far in real life. I mean, honestly, I don't mind that deal at all. For him to come be our number 3 starter for that amount of money, like, I think this might be the guy we're going to go after. Let's take a year off of it. Let's go down like 13, 14, and then give him... Actually, we have so much money now. Let's give him the 16 now, and then take him down to 14 and 14. So it'd be 4 years, 60.4 there. Is that because it's putting in the All-Star selections, I guess? So the AAV is 15, obviously. Let's see what he says. All right. So in real life, I don't think this would be a big enough like grade A acquisition for the O's in the offseason. I think they got to go bigger than Zach Gallen unless he has a major bounce back after I record this later in the season. But I think in this situation, we're not smushing Kyle and Grayson together as one starter, and we're counting on them being a 1 and 2. I think that's a really solid 1 through 4. Bradish, Rodriguez, Gallen, Williams. And if the O's went into the season somehow with that, that's not bad at all. But I just think you got to not plan on Bradish and Grayson taking up 2 spots in your rotation next season. Although that could change depending on how they come back and pitch this year after injury. Let's look at the relievers. We need a lefty. We need an awesome lefty reliever that we're going to splurge on probably. I'm not bringing in Aroldis Chapman. Sorry. We can bring back Gregory Soto. But he wasn't bad for us. He hardly wants any money. Why is he so cheap? There's Danny Coulomb. One thing I wonder here. There's Obi Milner. I wonder if there's like a deal... Like, say we shopped Kjerstad, right? I did this earlier for first base, but I'm actually thinking, like, let's shop him for all batters and see if there's a guy who could be the first base DH righty. Kelnick, I was seeing if he bounced back at all in this. He did not. Who could be that guy? What is your sheet? Is he a righty? Oh, he's a lefty. Okay. But then also, like, bring in a reliever in the deal. CES, I can't imagine hits. No, he's not going to hit well enough. Or he didn't. For me to, like, take a big risk on him. I'm looking for, like, a solid, pretty sure thing here. India's not... Yeah, I mean, he was below average with the bat last year. You can see there the 88 WRC+. JJ Bleday. He had a pretty good season for him. 105 WRC+. He's a lefty bat. I was just clicking on him because I was interested to see how he did, not because I thought he was going to fit. Castellanos had a really good year. Castellanos is... I mean, he's 33. It's only 1 year. I'm not opposed to it, man. I'm not opposed to it. Brian Reynolds, he's a righty, isn't he? He's a switch. Ooh, coming off a bad year. Yeah, I don't know that I feel like doing that. Cronenworth, he's a lefty. Okay, wasn't sure on that. Curtis Mead. Yandy Diaz is not a bad get either, to be honest. Coming off a down year, though. just to be clear, I don't think this will be the O's like actual approach in the offseason. Although if they add a bat, it'll need to be a ready bat. You know, we'll see what happens the rest of the year with like what Mayo looks like, what Kjerstad looks like, Basayo comes up, you know, Kauser, Westberg, all these guys do this year because that'll dictate what they need to do on offense. But I think if they bring in a bat, it'll for sure be a ready bat. But we'll see if they're in a similar situation as me, of like where their specific need is. So, like, all right. So what if we like Castellanos, and then is there like a lefty reliever the Phillies would give up? I guess not. Oh, Suarez is a righty. Yeah. Let me go like to the Phillies here. Go to their actual team. Castellanos. Now, what's their bullpen look like? Alvarado's a lefty. Wait, I need a lefty. I got confused. Lefty pitcher is what I need. Righty bat. Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't need him. Kierkering? Oh, he's a righty. Okay. It would have been nice to get a younger guy. Strom, I think, is a righty. Oh, no, Strom's a lefty. I mean, Strom is only one more year, though. Is Alvarado only one more year, too? I don't know. A year of Alvarado and a year of Castellanos for... I mean, Kjerstad has really not panned out. He's going to be 27 next season. He's not arbitration eligible yet. Like, he's still, like, they're going to get 4 or 5 years of Kjerstad. And I did tender a contract to Dylan Carlson. So it would be like Carlson and Beavers battling it out for that last outfield spot, for that last bench spot. I mean, I honestly don't hate this trade for our team. Castellanos was still having a good year. Alvarado is, I think, better than any of the lefty relievers. I do want to, like, let's take a look at the hitters out here. I mean, we could just, like, go get Vlad, spend $44 million and have Vlad be our... I mean, that would honestly be way more fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about that. That sounds kind of fun, actually. Bregman, I don't have really any interest in. Ozuna, no. Pete Alonso... What does he want? So through the age 37 season, and Vlad wants through what? Age 36. I don't know. Should we just sign Vlad for fun? Yeah, let's hold off on the Phillies thing. All right, let's try to give him a little less money than he's wanting. Let's give him less money through these years. Let's see if we can do, actually. So he was wanting 10 years, 445. But let's bump these years up a little bit more because we have the money. Let's give him 50 here. 45. 45. What are we at? We're at 437. I think this would more than get the deal done. Unless somebody tops it. But I think he's going to react favorably to this offer. Let's bring this down a little bit. Give him let's use for us. I was getting too cute there. So he was wanting 44.5 per year over 10 years. This is 40.2 per year over 10 years. I'm leaving all his opt-outs that he wants in. Let's see what he says. All right, cool. 10 years, $402 million to Vlad Jr. to come hit at Camden Yards. Relievers, I think the trade route might be the best route to go there. Let's Gallen and Vlad would be. See, like, that's a reasonable offer here. I'm not going to trade 1 year for 1 year of 34-year-old Yandy coming off a down year for Kjerstad, but like that actually like really fits the need of what we need. Good job, computer. Okay, so we are leading. I'm not doing anything with international scouting. I'm not messing with that. We are the leaders in the clubhouse here, Vlad tells us. I can't imagine he's not going to come back and ask. Like, I don't know, but we went 10 years, which, like, you hardly ever see a guy, what he asks for. What? No, this is a dumb offer. You hardly ever see a guy get, like, a 10-year deal on this. I haven't noticed it in 26 if that happens or not. Just haven't, like, played out enough free agency. Oh, we got him. Wow. 10 years, for $40.2 million per year. And, you know, that's absurd. That's so much fun. So he's a 50 out of 55 first baseman. What's my man Vlad doing at first base? 50. It doesn't really matter. He's 6'2". Let's do it on height. Oh, Basayo's 6'4". Sorry, Vlad. You're too short. So now look at this lineup. Let's not put the pressure of Basayo being in the cleanup spot coming in. We do have too many lefties, though. We still have too many lefties. Okay, this would be like 4 straight lefties. So let's do... I hate gunner betting. Yeah, let's maybe do that. So many lefties. So gunner... I don't really love Westberg in the 2-hole, to be honest. He didn't really earn that with his performance last year. Let's split these two up a little bit. So yeah, Gunner, Adley, Jackson, Vlad, Cowser, Westberg, Basayo, O'Neill, Bradfield. It's a pretty obscene lineup. Let's just go ahead up. Maybe like in the winter meeting, Zach Eflin will tell us what he wants to do. Well, this is a really long trade proposal. What's going on? They're trading all these prospects for Ramon Urias. Whoa. Hold on. Whoa. Okay, he's nothing, but he's nothing. But, dude, yeah, I'll trade my backup third baseman to you. I mean, he's coming off an awesome year. And honestly, like, the real Yankees need a guy like Ramon Urias, a steady third baseman. Yeah, but just for, like, Griffin Herring and this guy, I'm not gonna do this trade for now. If I was playing out this sim, I don't think I would take it. I'm like, that's amazing though that I'm being offered that for Ramon Urias. But I want Ramon back as my utility guy, just for like realo's thing. I do think that this is similar to what the Realo's will look like next year, minus Vlad, of course. They wouldn't spend that money, and he's also actually signed by the Jays. But I think you will have Adley. I think first base could be, I think they might bring back O'Hearn if they can get him back on a reasonable deal. So I think you would see Adley, O'Hearn, Holiday, Westberg, Henderson. I think you'll see Cowser and O'Neill. I don't know that Bradfield's going to be ready. I think Cowser will get some time in center. Judd Fabian could come up. They could always sign a short-term center field guy until Bradfield is ready. But yeah, then Mayo, I think, will play somewhere. I think Mayo and Basayo will probably both be on the team next year. Basayo in like a catcher, first base DH role. Mayo maybe like first and some third and some DH. I'm not sure, but I think they'll both get a good amount of playing time. But yeah, I don't think the O's are going to sign Vlad. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see. Let's get up to the winter meetings here and see if Zach Eflin. O'Hearn signed with somebody. Ooh, signed with the Jays. So we basically traded Vlad for O'Hearn. 5 years, $123 million. That's really funny that that O'Hearn and Vlad basically just switched teams. I kind of love that. All right, so the winter meetings have started. Eflin said what? Okay, so we're still ahead of everybody. Draft lottery. Did we move up? Oh, sorry to the White Sox and Pirates, moving down big time. We dropped from 12th to 13th. That's fine. Would have been cool if we moved up, but oh well. All right, let's see if Zach Eflin gets back to us. Oh, I keep calling him Eflin. I mean Gallen. So this offseason is going splendid. Absolutely splendid. We are a powerhouse, a force. I mean, this rotation is just delicious now. You know, I think the real O's need like Zach Eflin here in their 3 or 4 spot, then Kyle and Grayson in a 1, but then I'd be happy. So what should we do for a lefty reliever? There's really no one out there that like free agent wise that I really love as a lefty. I mean, there's Soto, but like I don't know. Kind of want a boss. So I wonder if see, this is something I trade Ramon Urias for, because I think that's a bit more realistic rather than getting 5 prospects to trade him for a reliever. Huh. Stefan, is he? No, he's a righty. Keegan Aiken, the closer in Miami. Uribe, wow. He's a righty, but if he was a lefty, I'd do that, but just doesn't fit the need here. Christian Scott? Why do I know this guy? Who is this guy? I don't know why I know him. Like, I thought I knew him for, like, he was, like, part of a thing, like, part of a trade or something. So, Eric Miller, that control is just not going to do it for me, man. Hicks is a righty, I think. Yeah. Yimi Garcia's a righty. Jimmy. Bender, I don't really have any interest in. So, all right, let's see something here. Hader, bummer from Atlanta. Coming off a really good year. He's got 1 year left. Oh, Sasaki's in the pen. That's funny. Chapman obviously is there. Tanner Scott. They were willing to deal Suarez. You know, I don't really feel like taking the time to see what their roster looks like. Let's just offer them Ramon Urias and see what they say. Almost. Oh, yeah, they're going to do this. Okay. Yes. Yeah. All right. We'll put Descent in there. Traded for an all-star. Fans are not happy that we did that. So, yeah. I mean, our bullpen's really good now. Oh, wait. Why did I think... Dudes, I did it again. Except I actually made a trade this time where I was like, I needed a righty bat and a lefty pitcher. But whatever. Suarez is good enough that I'm just like... I'm sure some of you are like, dude, what is this guy doing as I was making this trade? Whatever. We're fine. We got 2 lefties out here. Clevenger and Little are totally suitable as like backup setup guys and specialists. Whatever. We're fine. We're fine. And I did release Dean Kramer because... he didn't have any options left, and he wanted like $3 or $4 million. So I released Mountcastle too, and one other guy. Oh, I think Tyler Wells. But Povich, McDermott, Nunez will battle it out for that last spot. And I think I have. I mean, Brennan Young, not great, but like these are kind of like my 8th and 9th starting pitching options for next year. Then we probably have some in AA too. Yeah, like Herman. You know, these are like my 10th and 11th pitching options for next year, which is fine. But I don't know. I think now. So do we have in our organization like a guy would be happy to have be a utility infielder? Definitely not here. This is the guy we got in the trade, the Eflin trade with Brandon Little. I mean, yeah, he's a righty bat who could be utility infielder. I think I'd rather him be depth in AAA. So I think signing an infielder who bats righty who could be like a utility guy is kind of like what we need to do to replace, and I'm talking to replace my man Luis Ariz. Polanco is a switch hitter. Jose Miranda, 40 range, no thank. Palacios is a lefty bat. Kyle Farmer. I mean, Farmer's kind of the type of guy we need. Doesn't need to play a lot. DeYoung. He's coming off a bad year. Ratings look bad. Brendan Rodgers wants $10 million. Wow. No thanks. We could afford it, but no thanks. Whit Merrifield wants a minor league deal. As a righty bat, we're gonna add him to the org, hopefully. Ahmed Rosario. Honestly, like, this is kind of the type of guy that I'd like to add. That 50 range, though. I do wonder if there's a trade to be made. I don't know. I think, like, since this isn't a long sim, I think, like, I'll just, like, go after Rosario. I'd want a guy with, like, better range if I was doing this for real. I'll give you your money if you do 1 year. Yeah. We'll negotiate with you on the dollars. But, yeah, he wouldn't be the guy to target if we were going to do, like, a long sim here. But I think what I'll do now is just, like, sim ahead to the... Ooh, Zach Eflin signed in Houston. I think what I'll do now is sim forward to the Rule 5 draft. I guess I should add guys to my roster so I don't lose guys stupidly. Yeah, I'll go through the rest of the offseason and then just show you the preseason predictions. Wait, wasn't he already on the 40-man? What? I don't understand why he's Rule 5 eligible. And then I'll show you like how the team looks going into the preseason, and we'll just kind of take it from there. Oh, I forgot about my man Cole Paplum that I traded for. He can definitely go into the mix for the bullpen. All right. Anyways, we'll see you at opening day. So we've made it up to opening day. No surprises on meeting your Baltimore Orioles. You've got Rutschman, Basayo, Holiday, Westberg, and Henderson in your infield. Cowser, Bradfield, O'Neill in your outfield. And Vlad Jr.'s your DH. Pitching staff, no surprises. Bradish, Rodriguez, Gallen, Williams, Rogers. Here's the bullpen. Nunez did win that last spot. He had a good spring, 1.29 ERA, and you can see he struck out a bunch of guys. Struck out 6 guys over his last 3 innings. Preseason predictions like us, 95 wins, 772 runs, I think is, definitely tops there. 3.82 ERA is decent, better than average. The only hitter here is Gunnar. We got Kyle Bradish here. The Mets did sign Kyle Tucker, so now they have Tucker and Soto in their lineup. What did they sign him for? 8 years, $307 million. Yeah, that's way light. He's going to get so much more than that in real life. Maybe like present day value. No, present day will still be way more. I mean, Kyle Tucker is one of the best hitters in the league. If Vlad got $500 million without a bidding war, I don't know. Tucker, I think is going to at least get that. But anyways, that's the end of this video. Thanks for going on this journey with me. Thanks for putting up with another O's video for me. You know, it just seems like an interesting team to check on given how they've struggled. Although, as I filmed this video, they've won 6 straight. They just swept the White Sox and the Mariners, and now they're going to play the A's. So I don't know. I would bet against it. I would bet on them getting within striking distance of like 5 games of the wild card, but there being like 6 teams between them, and Elias making some trades to sell off pieces and pissing everybody off by doing it. But it'll probably be the right move. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll have a mini, kind of like mini long-term sim on the Pirates coming your way soon at some point, and some other videos too, probably too. So thanks for watching. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.